To be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter. The cameras more numerous. I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. They'll run for the first time with Amari DiMercato. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It's taken to the 26. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes second and 5. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Allen. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On the handoff, it's DeMercado. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's Young. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Young working out of the gun. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll run this with Homer. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Again, it's Homer. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Chargers! With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Higgins. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Young to throw it. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw, Young. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. The give is to DeMercado. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Young. He'll get this to DeMercado. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's DeMercado. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Young from the shotgun, sliding out of the pocket. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cortland Sutton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Homer. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's been a rough go on the ground throughout the entire game, but after a run like that, they may have found the spark to get their offense kick-started.
Going on the ground with Homer. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 24. 76 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. On the ground, it's DeMercado. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Running, DeMercado. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Young will set to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now 2nd and 3. Young, he's going to change it up. And they'll send the tight end in motion. A run, it's DeMercado. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Young to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. This is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. from midfield. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Final play of the half, Young. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made it feel as they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for. First carry now for Pierre Strong.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And, boy, on this drive, it looked like the offense was really moving the football. I mean, they have been moving the football, but now they're in a tough spot. Nice play defensively.
Certainly felt like the defense decided to answer what the offense was doing. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Guess what? We're going to bring some pressure. See if you can handle that. And they got to him on 2nd down, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Advantage defense.
Throwing now is Allen. Flush to his right. That is caught. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Homer is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Strong. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Edwards will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now Young. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. It's Young off play action. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Young here, you can see, changing the play. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesar. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Young now. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing, Young. They'll roll him out right. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets it a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they'll run again. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Amari DiMercato taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. One final try here for Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Allen.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Fights through him, now a crease. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Down at the 25.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And Young's going to throw it here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl.
Hey, wake up, shot calling.